Hi, this is Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst and Company Catalyst, where we do something or other. I'm not even sure. It's been several months. It's been quite a while since I've posted anything. You'll have to excuse me. Once again, I have not showered. I've been sitting at my computer all day, once again, reaching out to senators and House representatives, members of Congress, as well as others in government about what's happening right now across the country. We're watching ICE round people up and ship them out of the country at an alarming and frightening rate. And if you're not aware, if you're still waving that Trump flag and like, yeah, illegal immigrants, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. With all these people being rounded up and deported out of the country, taken to basically concentration camps where they won't be seen again, how this is going to affect you, everyone, Republican, Democrat, MAGA nutbag or not. We're going to watch supplies that we all need, we all depend on, deplete. It is somewhat cliche to say this, but I feel I need to remind people that the people being deported are the people who are being caught up in these these roundups. They're not. Most of them are not criminals. They are hardworking people, thus going to Home Depot, where they're stocking the shelves or they're buying supplies to work on our homes. But they're also people who deal. Farmers. They deal with our food supply. Farmers have been alarmed. These mega farmers are now alarmed because they have no crew. They have no one to work the fields. They have no one to harvest. They have no one to work cattle ranches or poultry farms. This is the reality of what's happening right now. Now, for the extremists in the White House, and that's all they are, is extremists in the White House, it's not going to bother them. It's not going to touch them. The things that are going to distress our lives the most, just basic needs that can't be met, will never touch these people in the White House. So we need to be heard now. We need to be heard. We need to have courage and bravery now. Maybe we can change things. I have one woman on Facebook who keeps telling me, not going to change anything. I don't care. If we don't speak up, we're not taking the opportunity to stand for anything, to stand for our country, to stand for our lives, to stand for freedom. And the rights that we have enjoyed as Americans for 250 years? Almost 250 years. It is our responsibility to speak up. I keep saying to younger friends, if something happens with me, country keeps going downhill and something happens with me, I know I've been photographed. I know I'm on lists. I know I am because I've been one of the people out front, or I believe I am. Something happens with me, I am going out fighting. I'm not going to cower in fear. I can't cower in fear. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's not in my nature to cower in fear. We don't have that luxury anymore. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'll do a small recap of what has happened with me. Since I last posted, I was an artist in residence at the Arcos building with Creative Liberties, an art organization in town, at Creative Liberties. I was there for 2 months, 58 days straight. I was there up to 16 hours a day working and building a kind of a little protest. It was a rainbow rose garden, and other people came in and worked on it with me periodically. And now it's on display at another art organization, or part of it is. So we did that 58 days straight, up to 16 hours a day. It took me weeks to recover, maybe a month. In that time period, in the first week, I got a notice from a registered letter from the city that the Highwayman mural was terminated, and it was under false pretenses. The city is in complete breach of contract with me. I am. I have people that are deeply passionate about seeing this mural go up, but right now there's so much going on that we all seem a little stymied as what to do. Well, we know what to do, but we seem a little stymied by the MAGA Republican movement and the destruction of, the country. So that happened, 2 months of that. Then I don't know, I've done other things since that I'm not remembering. Last week I did do a new board at Sea Alliance, a new chalkboard, 8 foot by 10 foot chalkboard illustration. It was about a 2-day project that I did in 5 days, and I ended up having to leave. My shoulder was killing me, so I had to go, and kind of left a little bit of a mess behind. But I got them camera ready. I cleaned up the space. I cleaned up the illustrations so it would be camera ready, but I kind of left, and I've been focused on what I'm doing now, which is trying to encourage people to call their congressman, write, email, snail mail their congressman, and get their voices heard before it's too late. It may already be too late, but we have to try. We have to keep trying. Saturday is there's a protest downtown here in Sarasota, and of course the administration is already flipping it, where the administration from the White House and also the media here and others are really trying to flip it, where there are paid actors. We've heard that now cliche over and over again. Protesters are paid actors. There will be violence, that protesters hate America, when actually the exact opposite is the truth. We're trying desperately to save democracy and our country. We are putting our lives on the line to save democracy and our country. At night, I do go and I have been going to the gym. I've been going with a friend of mine, a young friend of mine. We're gym buddies now, so that we make sure that we get there. But at night, when I'm at the gym, I watch Fox News, CNN, and MSN, because my gym has a row of television screens, so I get to switch and watch them all. And it's funny because they're all showing the exact same footage, but they're all applying their own narrative. There is such a stark difference between the narrative coming from Fox News and the narrative coming from CNN, MSN. It's absolutely astonishing. Fox News is, of course, painting protesters or people that are against this coup, this takeover of America. They're characterizing people like me or the people that I work with and the social justice groups that I work with, as enemies of America. No, we don't. No, we're not enemies of America. The enemies of America and democracy, another cliche, but the enemies of democracy in America are in the White House. They are in the White House. They are taking away our freedoms. They are taking away all of our rights. They are taking away liberties. I mean, it's so blatantly obvious that Helen Keller could see it from the grave. However, people who watch Fox News are hearing a completely twisted version, and it is the exact script coming out of the White House. The exact twisting coming out of the White House. The White House that is completely devotional to Project 2025 and having complete and utter control over every aspect of our lives. And punishing people who are still saying the emperor has no clothes. This is not the truth. And the truth is here. It's in plain day. It's in the light of day. So anyway, I forgot where I was going with that one, but that's what's up. And then I do have another artist in residence coming up downtown for a week. I'm doing it with a friend of mine, and I'll try to remember to post something about it. I mean, if it even happens at this point. I have another artist in residence coming back up with Arcos November and December. Again, it just depends on the country. So in the meantime, I'm just going to keep writing congressmen and reminding them and calling them over and over again, reminding them you took an oath to protect this Constitution, to protect our Constitution. I'm going to keep posting on the information how to contact members of Congress, as well as, I don't know, anyone in the administration who isn't evil. It's inconceivable. But I'm going to keep posting that information and links so that you can call them, you can write them, blah, 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 blah. I haven't painted in a while because of everything that's going on, and it's been paralyzing at times. I am going to try and get a little bit done tonight, or I'm going to take a shower and then try and get a little bit done. But I've got to get ready for Saturday for the protest. I've got to get. It is amazing to me that there is footage of protesters out there marching peacefully with the police attacking them, shooting protesters with rubber and plastic bullets, physically attacking them. Police and militarized police and ICE agents, actually deputized ordinary guys, ordinary big fat idiot guys who have been deputized, attacking citizens like they are ICE, like they are militarized police. There's footage of them setting fire to their own vehicles and writing graffiti on their own vehicles. And how MAGA isn't seeing this, I don't know. It's all out there. It's right there. It's all right there. We've been comparing this movement to the Nazi movement. And at first people were like, oh, it's hyperbolic and you shouldn't do that and da 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 da. But it is the goddamn honest fucking truth. They're rounding people up. They're rounding protesters up. They're rounding news people up. They're shooting news reporters. They're shooting at people who have their hands up. It's also big and inconceivable. So for me, I have to focus on what I can do. And what I can do is continue to contact Congress, continue to contact anyone. Again, I have nothing to lose. My face has been out there for a while. I've been working with social justice groups for quite a while. I let it be known how I feel about this on multiple sites, how I feel about Trump. So I'm already out there. There's no point in hiding now. We have no room for cowardice. Even if we see even when we see our neighbors marching along in lockstep and all proud of themselves because they're following these lies and this grift and this con, and they're so completely devoted to the grift and the con and the lies that they can't see it, that they choose utter blindness, just like wannabe Nazis and Gestapo. It's a lot. But we can't be quiet now. We can't shut up and find a little corner to hide in now. It's not going to do any good. So, there we are. I'm Beck Lane, and that's what I'm up to, and I think maybe I'll go take a shower. If you have the money, I would strongly suggest you buy as much food as you can now. Because they are literally grabbing hundreds, thousands of people off the streets, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we will not have people to keep that food supply going. We won't. It's common